Did we just find evidence for past life on Mars? Right now, nobody can say that. But also right now, nobody can definitely say we didn't. What the Perseverance rover found is spots on a rock that kind of look like leopard spots. We see similar spots on Earth where they are evidence of microbes, aka microscopic life, so why isn't this definitive evidence of past life on Mars? We need to remember that Mars isn't Earth, and we'd need a lot more evidence and to explore possible non-biological ways these spots might have formed before anybody could definitively say they were made by life. All the same, this rock is definitely a candidate for coming back to Earth as part of the Mars sample return mission, and who knows, it might just wind up being one of the most important rocks in the history of the solar system.
Where are all the aliens? Based on everything we can see out in the universe, we assume that life exists places other than the Earth, but we've never found any evidence for it. This mystery has its own name, the Fermi Paradox, after physicist Enrico Fermi, who is once said to have burst out, "Where is everybody?" when talking about aliens. We don't have an answer for that question, but a lot of people have had a lot of fun coming up with potential solutions for it. My personal favorite is the one sometimes called the Prime Directive solution. On Star Trek, the Prime Directive says that Starfleet cannot initiate contact with any civilization that hasn't reached a certain level of advancement, specifically the development of warp drive. So the Prime Directive solution suggests that maybe there are a bunch of advanced civilizations out there and they're just hiding themselves from us until we prove that we're not going to wreck ourselves and are worth getting to know. But that's just one potential solution to the Fermi Paradox.
I like to think that there is other life out there in the universe, but that's not based on any evidence. That's just based on warm, fuzzy feelings.
So this brings up something that I always think is fun to ponder, and that is the Fermi Paradox.
The Fermi Paradox.
And again, this is the idea, it's the question, where are all the aliens? Do you have a favored reason?
The assumption is that if life has appeared elsewhere, we would be able to detect it. They would leave their mark. They would, carve a giant smiley face or their equivalent of a smiley face in the surface of their star or something. When we truly account for interstellar and intergalactic distances, this is something beyond what our human brains are really capable of envisioning. Yes, we have the mathematics. We can write down the numbers in light years or parsec or, kilometers, whatever unit you desire. We can write this stuff down. But that doesn't mean we can actually mentally encapsulate it in our heads.